Blackout. Blackout. Woo, is it a good day to be a Knicks fan or what, man? Salute to everybody tuning in. Welcome to this edition of Blackout Sports Knicks. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you sound off in the comments if you tune in afternoon edition. No people at work. Replay gang, make sure you type "Let's Go Knicks" in the chat when you see it. But the New York Knicks completely obliterated the Cleveland Cavaliers. We don't need to do a recap of the series. It was a sweep. It was over. It was straight domination. But Ken, let me ask you, how you feeling today, man? Now knowing that the New York Knicks have crossed that hump and are going to the finals for the first time since 1999.
I feel amazing, man. That last time we made it, I was in Dominican Republic, Malik. I was watching that I was watching the Knicks from out there with my older brother, right? So 8 years old. It feels amazing, man. This is what it's about. I made my rounds today, the barbershop, everywhere else everybody that was talking trash about our Knicks. I made rounds in person, not through the phone, no text, in person. See my face.
As you should have. I even messaged my biggest Knicks hater last night. I had to get it off. But before we get into me, because I had a live show on Knicks Media last night after the game, post-game. Salute to everybody over there on Knicks Media. As you can tell, my voice is still kind of crazy. But when I was doing it live, I didn't have like an immediate emotional reaction. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I talked to my therapist about it. I have like an emotional delayed type personality where it takes a day or two for things to set in. So let me ask you, when it initially happened, I'm pretty sure you saw the game. So when you initially thought or found out, then realized that the New York Knicks were going to the NBA Finals, what's the first thing that ran through your head, bro?
Excitement. It was this rush that went over, right? Because these years, right? Like, people have made us Knicks fans out to be like these delusional fans, right? Like, we always think it's our year, right? Just like everybody else, but the Knicks fans always just a little more that made us seem a little crazier. Just because we always believed, no matter how bad the times were. Even the jokes right out there. I've seen memes throughout the years, right? Like, if he's a Knicks fan, he's loyal. He ain't gonna cheat, right? Like those types of things.
Yeah.
And being finals bound, and not just finals bound, but seeing inspired basketball, right? Like, I'm not like it's more than just finals bound. Like, this is a special team by watching them. And even seeing the critics as I walked through and made my rounds, they're like, nah, this team is for real. It was this like, oh shit, this is real, and this is not the last stop. Like, it was that realization, right? It wasn't just, oh, we're making it. It's, oh shit, that's the next step, right? Like, we are one more step away.
Yeah, that's what I felt too. Like, it was a realization, of course, that the New York Knicks were going to the NBA Finals. Give me 1 second. I'm actually sharing this in a couple groups. So just while I do this, tell me about like how you felt watching the game, because when before the game started, I noticed I was nervous. I noticed my hands were sweaty, my hands were cold. And it was a different feeling, because usually when you feel that nervousness, the Knicks are in trouble.
Yes.
And this time I had that sense of nervousness and that sense of fear, because I knew the opportunity the New York Knicks had in front of them in closing this series out in 4, sending a message to the rest of the league, all the narratives on Jalen Brunson and who this team is over the course of the season. They get to the NBA Finals, and not only do they just get to the NBA Finals, they get to the NBA Finals in record-breaking dominant fashion. So when you looked at the game, when did the feeling start setting in for you that the New York Knicks were this team that is making history? It seems like they're going to be on their course to destiny.
Yeah, honestly, it was for me in this game four, it was the like about that by right around halftime when I said when it dawned on me that oh crap, we're gonna have another closeout game in blowout fashion. And I started thinking like it's been a while since I saw a team not just dominate, but when it came to closeout games, come in such a fashion and
Mm-hmm.
dominate, right? As I said the last show, I expected fight from Cleveland, and we took that away from them early and fast. And we it's like this team said, I like OG said in that presser, we're putting our foot on their necks. That's exactly what they did. And it's not just a team playing team ball and we're good. This is a team that's out to prove something. They know what this championship means, not just for them, but for the city, and it's inspired ball. You see
Mm-hmm.
it from top to bottom, the bench, the energy, even scrub minutes when it was almost a 40-point game. The bench came in like they were playing starting minutes. That is inspired ball, Malik. And seeing that
Mm-hmm.
game, even right now, talk about it, goosebumps.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing that, I was like, oh, this team is special, right? And we've
Mm-hmm.
seen like just another level of this team every round so far of this playoff. Take another step. When we when pundits, the analysts, everybody are almost trying to call us out and like trying to find the defect, we show them. And whether it's the New York team, whatever it might be, it's like we are not just inspired ball for ourselves for the fans, but we are pulling in the naysayers and making
Mm-hmm.
believers out of them. That's how inspired ball and how beautiful this offense plays and this defense plays together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bringing the naysayers in and making them believers. The people who said they can't do it, they aren't going to win, now are saying, oh, they might win it. They
Mm-hmm.
got a chance to win it. They could run with whoever comes out the West. Before it was, it'll be a West team to win it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There was
Now
no
it's
question.
not.
Yep.
Now they don't sound so confident in that statement anymore. Now
Mm-hmm.
the Knicks are making believers or making doubt or creating that ounce of doubt in what they said before
Mm-hmm.
and making them look like, oh, maybe I was wrong and called it too early 2 rounds ago.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I was premature on it. And that's what this team is doing. It's a different style of energy. It's not just like I said. I'm not trying to say it's not just New York ball. This is something the NBA has been lacking out of the biggest market in the league.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So salute to everybody tuning in. That's how Ken felt about
Mm-hmm.
finding out the New York Knicks were going to the NBA Finals, man. Like I said, man, I did a live last night, and let's have a conversation, guys.
Yeah,
Like this
talk to me. I
is
got
this
because you
is
know what I
this
want.
is
I didn't watch the post game because I knew it was gonna be too much emotions from you, and I was waiting 24 hours. So I'm glad we're having this conversation now.
yeah, man. If we just if I could take a second to be vulnerable, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, like after the game, I didn't feel anything. I was numb. Um, I had to do the post game, so the type of guy I am, I automatically think about getting into work. I don't necessarily take a time to think about the moment that just happened. Now, while I was loading up and I was watching Jalen Brunson get his Eastern Conference Finals MVP, I did kind of feel like tearing up a little bit because I'm happy for Jalen Brunson. Those who have been tuning into my content pretty much know how I feel about Jalen Brunson. I believe that if he wins the title, he'll be the greatest Knick of all time, and it's not close. So my affection for Jalen Brunson is well noted. So that was the one thing that kind of made me tear up a little bit. But as far as the whole Knicks accomplishment, I didn't really feel that yet. Especially no, like I'm scarred, just like Knicks fans are too, man. I remember all the hard times. I remember the Langston Galloway starting lineups. I remember the Phil Jackson era with him giving Joakim Noah a whole bunch of money with no damn option or anything like that. And then the Kristaps Porzingis thing, him getting traded, and then the Amari Stoudemire punching. I remember everything. I'm just as scarred. I remember the times where the New York Knicks had all this cap space, but LeBron said no. KD said no. James Harden said no. I remember these days where the New York Knicks were the butt of the joke of the league. If you made any joke when it came to any team, the joke was at least you're not the New York Knicks. For so long, for at least 20 years, when I finally realized that today, I had like kind of like a sense of relief. I was happy for the players because of the players' story, especially like Jalen Brunson put that aside. Like, just from everything this team has been able to accomplish and them still not getting the respect of the mainstream media this whole time, and for them to change that narrative and to be able to change that narrative, but it's not just how they did, it's not just what they did, it's how they did it. I've never seen a team that's been doubted so much by the media have this much of a dominant response to change the narrative around a single team. I've never seen that before. So I'm happy for the players that they were able to showcase who they actually are, something that we've been telling the world who the Knicks are all season long. Like, it was us, like the fans, the other smaller content creators who know this team, who watch these games in and out, who knew the New York Knicks could be this dominant type of team because we've seen flashes from it. And I'm happy for the players mostly is because there seemed like times over the course of the season they be inconsistent, and I don't want to say there was disbelief, but they didn't believe 100% yet. And that Atlanta series, we saw them buy into the point where it wasn't even just an amount of belief. There was no doubt from this New York Knicks team that they could win the NBA Finals and even get to the NBA Finals. There's no doubt. The numbers speak for themselves, bro. They've dominated they've closed 2 series out with sweeps. 2. I can't remember the last time the New York Knicks have done that. And I understand, like, people were talking about this, like, even when you look at to like the 17 Golden State Warriors, yeah, they were dominant. They were like 16-1 or something like that, but they still weren't as dominant as this. So the New York Knicks are playing legendary type basketball. So I'm happy for the players, and most of all, I'm happy for the fans, bro. Like, even the fans that believe in this team, all you guys are just, especially this season, all you guys are just like Cowboys fans. Like, New Yorkers have never really been that way, where if we think we're winning the championship, which for the past 4 years, they should have had that thought with how good this team has been, and they've proved you that as taking steps through the playoffs every year. So New York Knicks have a right to have an expectation that they're going to see a title with every new season for the past 3-4 years. So that's not compared to Cowboys fans. That's not that at all. But for Knicks fans to be right about their team after all the jokes and just looking at what it's done for the city, bro. Knicks fans are popping up everywhere. I told this guy this is going to be the most watched NBA Finals of all time. He was like, man, I don't know about that. I understand it's New York, but, you know, that's just New York. Only y'all feel this way about the Knicks. And, you know, it's Oklahoma City. I said, no, you're forgetting something. When the Knicks are playing on the road, bro, it's 50% Knicks fans. Like, people don't understand that there's a lot of Knicks fans who are just been dormant from the pain of not being able to make it to the NBA Finals. So now that there's an opportunity for the Knicks to capture a championship, you're going to see a lot of people that said I was done with the team. I can't take the heartbreak no more. I've talked to a couple of them recently on the phone. They're trying to get their hopes up. You're going to see a lot of fans that were originally New York Knicks fans, but couldn't take the era of Dolan, couldn't take the losing anymore, couldn't take the incompetence, and had every right to feel like, I got to distance myself from the team. You're about to see a lot of Knicks fans come back in droves. So when it comes to this moment for the fans, I'm great. It feels great for the fans to have belief again, because for 2 decades, there was no hope for this team. So I was happy for the fans, and those were my two things, but something happened. After that feeling lasted for about 10, 15 minutes. And then I realized I have a job to do. You want to know why? You know this. Over the course of the season, I've always believed this New York Knicks team could be like this. The only time I was wilding out on this team, and I never gave up on them, the only time I was wilding out about this team was when they were inconsistent and they didn't realize what they were capable of. That's the thing that pissed me off the most. I always gave Mike Brown time. I always preached patience with Mike Brown. But as the end of the season is going along, you got to figure out this Karl Anthony Towns thing now. They figured it all out, and now we see their dominance. So like I said, reality check set in. I expected not only the Knicks to make it to the NBA Finals, I expected them to be NBA champions this year. So now, I can be unbiased. The Knicks better get it done. It's not be happy, get to the NBA Finals. I understand they crossed that hump. That's not it. The New York Knicks are the NBA Finals favorites, and they should be, and it shouldn't be close, man. Shouldn't be close. Let me get your reaction to that before I get more into what I'm talking about, because I know I got some people thinking they looking at the West and they saying I'm crazy. I'm about to build a very compelling case, but I want to get you in here first to respond to what I said.
Honestly, I completely agree with you, Malik, and I can't wait to hear you drop the facts, drop this list on the viewers, because I don't think there's going to be anything you say that I won't agree with, and I could articulate everything, but you'll say it better. But This is the favorites. We are the favorites for the championship. So I'll give you the floor so you can school some of these people on why that is.
All right, so let me ask you the question: what do you think the narrative is going to be about the Knicks' dominance? Well, what's the narrative that we're hearing out there of why the New York Knicks are so dominant?
Right now, the narrative I've been hearing and seeing is it's a weak East, that we're coming out of a weak East. The Cavs disjointed, Philly hurt, not at full strength, Hawks young team, not really going into their own just yet, right? So that's what I've heard through 3 rounds and still hearing, right, as to why we're not the favorites.
Okay. And that's the issue. So here I'm going to go ahead and put the lower third up. New York Knicks championship favorites, the answer is yes. And it's not close, and I think it's time for the media to give the New York Knicks a little bit more respect. Let's just start with the weak East aspect, okay? The East was highly competitive after the second half of the season. Highly competitive. You had the Charlotte Hornets. Everybody like, you should be scared of the Charlotte Hornets. The Magic did underperform, got themselves into the play-in. We saw what they could look like when they're firing on all cylinders. The Detroit Pistons were the number 1 seed. People thought that the Detroit Pistons were actually going to the NBA Finals. You got the Cleveland Cavaliers, got James Harden. People are starting to talk about this offense and what they can do. We could probably throw away Toronto, but even Toronto showed up to take the Cleveland Cavaliers to 7 games. If we talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, the Boston Celtics were the 2 seed. A lot of people were saying that the Boston Celtics were not only the favorites for the East, but that they were favorites when it came to the West as well. This is what people were saying. So let's look at the Knicks' opponents now. When we talk about the 76ers, okay, They've just played 7 games. They got past the Boston Celtics. They're not really a great team, even though people were saying that the 76ers were had a more talented bunch than the New York Knicks, and that series was going 7 games, but the Knicks thumped them in 4. Then people wanted to talk about how bad the 76ers team was, not realizing that out of all 16 playoff teams, the Philadelphia 76ers were 10th in offensive rating and 11th in defensive rating. Middle of the pack, almost at the bottom, but they're not terrible. And they got one of the defending champions, the Boston Celtics, out of here. So let's stop acting like the Philadelphia 76ers was some slouch. They just got cooked. That's what happened. Then they go to Cleveland. The Cleveland comes up. This is going to be a harder series for the Knicks. The Cleveland Cavaliers offense is crazy. They got James Harden. They got Donovan Mitchell. They got those 2 bigs. Evan Mobley is a defensive player of the year candidate. He's playing out his mind. We saw him playing offensively great against the Detroit Pistons. Jared Allen's having these 20 and 12 games. The Knicks better look out. The Knicks destroy them in 4 games. Now the Cavs are weak. Now the Cavs don't have no heart. Now James Harden is a failure. Now they got to fire their coach. Not understanding that out of all 16 playoff teams, and this is what you want in a champion, by the way. These are champion numbers. Out of all 16 teams, including that Western Conference we about to get into, offensive rating for the Cavs, 5th. In all of the playoffs. Defensive, they can't defend anything, 8th in the playoffs. You need a top 10 defense and a top 5 offense to win a championship. That's what they tell us. The New York Knicks thump them. Get them out the way. Any response for you before I keep going? Because I got my clip is full today.
Listen. They don't know. Here's the thing. It's the lack of wanting to give us credit. The lack of that. That's the biggest thing. It's the allergic reaction to saying, "Oh damn, the Knicks are great." I'll let you keep going because I know you're not stopping there. I know you're not done.
No.
Let me hear it.
So let me ask you this. All right, let's have a show here. I don't want it to just be me having a tangent. When you look at in the West, right? Who do you think is the most favorable matchup for the New York Knicks?
Favorable? Honestly, right now I'm not convinced I care about which one comes out.
If you had to pick one.
But if I had to pick, I'd say the Spurs.
Okay.
I sit on that, and I tell you, I sit on that only out of inexperience. Still a lot of young bucks there, and push comes to shove. I like our experience when it comes to do or die games compared to those youngins over there. That's only reason. Only reason.
Okay, but either way, if we get OKC or if we get San Antonio, you still have the New York Knicks winning the championship.
Oh, of course, I could tell you why I like us over OKC as well. I like us over OKC because we defensively outmatched them. I think we've shown as much as they used to tout a better bench than most of the league. I think our bench is better and more talented and more rounded than theirs is, and more ready to step up and have big moments. Think that also that team is showing not to have that hunger to repeat. Because you got to have that hunger to repeat. It's easy to be hungry to win one when you haven't won. To have that hunger to come back and repeat, that's tough to have. And some players don't have it, and I don't see it out of those OKC players. Only one I see really caring half the time is SGA. So the heart and hunger ain't in OKC. And we're on a mission. So you put us up against them. Our guys are going to fight and claw their way through these games. And we've shown it because I even said it when they just got dumped, right? Last game. How you're only down 20 and you sit out the whole fourth quarter. JB didn't. Game 1. JB didn't, but SGA did. SGA said, you know what? Pack it up next game. That could have been Brunson, game 1. That's that heart and that grit and that fight. He ain't pack it up. He said, nah, give me this. Where's James Harden? I'm coming after him until we will this team back. Right? That's that heart and hunger. They don't got it like we got it. Like I said, it's easier. It's easier to be hungry when you don't got it. You ain't hungry after you had it. SGA don't got that hunger. So put us up against them, and I tell you why I favor us more. We are hungry. We know what it is. This drought, this city's feeling it. And these players, they're Knicks fans as well. Cat told you he's been rooting for the Knicks since he was a kid. Brunson. These are guys that know what this title means for the city. They're from around the town, or from around the area. They want this. The Spurs might be hungry, not OKC. They can't match that hunger we bringing.
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't have said that better myself, bro. Because you already know the theme to me in these playoffs. Like I said it on the live show yesterday. The thing Kenny Atkinson made a great point, but it was a bad point.
Yeah.
And here's the reason why. I know people are like, "Yo, you crazy? What are you talking about?" That the analytics thing with him was insane. That's the point. These whole playoffs ain't been about analytics. Who has the most talent? Who has the most experience? Well, experience matters in the East more so than the West, obviously, with the San Antonio Spurs. But this playoffs has come down to, are you a dog and do you want this or do you not? And I'm seeing the Spurs had that dog. And Oklahoma City seems like they don't have that. I didn't like game 4 at all, bro. Didn't like it at all. Because while these are two great teams, and I'm going to tell you why these teams aren't that great in the playoffs in a second. That's just their narrative, so I'm going to go with that. While they're two great teams, Oklahoma City, especially with Fox being hurt and Dylan Harper being hurt, that was the perfect time for them to put their foot down and establish dominance in that series, especially because they see what's going on over there in the East. They weren't able to do that. That shows a weakness in here to me, especially knowing that last year they should have smoked Indiana. Look, we got to stop talking. It was a great series. Stop. They should have smoked Indiana with that, as much of bullies as y'all say they are, especially when it came to the New York Knicks this year. Or they could get to the finals, but they ain't no way in hell they beating OKC. Y'all said the same thing last year about the Indiana Pacers, remember? And they took them to 7 games. And if Hallie ain't blow his Achilles, Indiana might be champions. To be perfectly honest with you. And that says a lot from a Knicks fan who wanted them to fail. They showed they would lose their heart last year. So I have no faith that the Oklahoma City Thunder even has the heart to compare with the New York Knicks. I don't. But let's get to it real quick. Let's get to, these two dominant teams in the playoffs, right? And how the Knicks can't compare to the San Antonio Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder compared to this media. Let's break down the Spurs playoff run, shall we? Let's break it down. They beat the Portland Trail Blazers. Not a lottery team, play-in team.
Yep.
4-1. Good job, dominant. They beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, hobbled. Now they in Oklahoma City. Oh, the West is better, right? This is a weak East. All right. Let's take a look at the Knicks' record against Portland. 2-0. Dominant first win, 129-97, the same type of scores that we're seeing in these playoffs. Okay, so they're not on the Spurs level. Seems like it to me, from that aspect. Okay, the Timberwolves. 4-2. They gave them a game, right? Okay. The Knicks are 1-1 against the Timberwolves, where they only lost by 11 points, but they beat them by 23. That win differential, that point differential is there. We had a 20-point differential against their opponents in the playoffs, right?
Yep.
Now, the New York Knicks are 0-2 against the Oklahoma City Thunder. We'll get into that when we get into them. But let's just talk about the Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs, shall we? The New York Knicks are 2-1. They have an 11-point win. The Spurs have a 2-point win. And then the Knicks have a damn near another 30-point win on the San Antonio Spurs while they were peaking. While they were this team that you see in the Western Conference Finals now. While Wemby was going crazy. But the New York Knicks aren't the favorites to beat the San Antonio Spurs in the finals? Your response to that before we get to Oklahoma City?
It's insanity, me. Insanity. Because we saw it. It's the lack of people wanting to admit it, right? Because for some reason, the Spurs got better and we didn't get better throughout the season, right? Like, how? Like, we smacked them. We smacked them, as you said, 30-point win. But yet, the Spurs found an answer for us miraculously overnight while they're sitting here struggling. And I truly do believe a healthy Minnesota might have pushed them to 7, potentially even took that series from them. So no, I'm not bought in. I'm not bought into the nonsense they want to spew. I'm not bought into any of it. So you could keep cooking because I'm right there behind you.
Yeah, I'm just
You're
trying
the
to.
chef. I'm the sous right here. I'm just here.
I'm trying to find out this point differential. One second. Give you 1 second.
Nah, can find it. But it's the fact that they want to count us out. And you know what? Maybe that ramps up the story, right? Maybe we know what it is, right? Every pundit can't just be riding the Knicks wave, right? You got to make storylines. You need the headlines. And you know what? I truly believe being the villain against the Knicks, knowing that we ride for this team, sells. It gets you clicks, right? Whether you truly believe we are not on a historic run or not, it's going to get those clicks when you're saying anything otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if it doesn't matter the matchup, Malik. Does not matter the matchup. Send them either way. Each one got a flaw that we're gonna exploit. And as I say it, I'm a believer. I'm a believer in story in fairy tale championships, right? In these storytelling. I truly believe we're gonna end up against the Spurs. And Mike Brown is gonna get his redemption against them. This is full circle for him. Second time around, it'll be against the Spurs, and he's getting that chip. It's full redemption for Mike. Put respect on that man's name. Y'all ousted him from Sacramento for what? For what? De'Aaron Fox held him out to dry instead of having his back right before they both got ousted out of there. For what? Here it is. Full circle. I can't wait to see Becky Hammond when JB's holding up that finals MVP because she said you can't do it with a small guard. That he wasn't that dude. Exact words. That you need that dude to be able to carry it. This is full circle. You want anything? This right here is the ending we need for that 30 for 30 for ESPN when they talk about this legendary run and how we put the end to a drought.
Facts. I like that. Salute to everybody tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. Sound off in the comments. Let me know how you guys are feeling, bro. We both in here turned up. You know what I'm saying? Make a great point about the apology tour that's going to be needed when the New York Knicks, you feel like the Oklahoma City, you feel like the San Antonio Spurs are going to be the matchup. But just in case,
Yep.
The team that everybody say the Knicks really should be scared. And to be honest with you, the narrative is the Knicks want the Spurs because they also believe that they have an advantage over the Spurs as well. Young team, not as accomplished as them. The New York Knicks have the experience. They should be able, it's going to be a rough series, but they should be able to beat the Spurs. Or there's a chance. There's a chance they could beat the Spurs. But we talked about them. Let's talk about Oklahoma City.
Yep.
Because to a lot of them, they have no chance to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder's playoff run, all right? They beat the Phoenix Suns, who were hobbled, by the way.
Yep.
In a sweep, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks would have got them out of here in 4. The Knicks had a 2-0 record, point differential 30 points against the straight dominance that we've seen. And that's in the regular season. By the way, these are the regular season numbers when the Knicks didn't know who they were yet. By the way. Right?
Yep.
Then the Oklahoma City Thunder go against the Los Angeles Lakers. No Luka. Austin Reeves is still hurt. And LeBron James is in year 21. I mean, come on. And you give them a game? You give them a game. Now, when it comes to the Knicks against the Lakers, it was even.
Yep. Lakers
got one by about 8 points. The New York Knicks got one. No, the Lakers won by 9 points. The Knicks win by 7. It's even there. All right? But that's when the Lakers were fully healthy. Split a game. Now we get to our record against Oklahoma City Thunder. They won both times. But people are talking like the Oklahoma City Thunder steamrolled the New York Knicks. They have a win by 3 points.
Okay.
And then they have a win by 11 points. And I do believe we had players out in that game as well. A Miles McBride.
Yep.
So, for the New York Knicks to have no chance, it's crazy. And then we look at the people that the Thunder have played. The Knicks would have dominated them too. And now it comes full circle when it comes to the San Antonio Spurs. You're 2-2 with the San Antonio Spurs right now when they have hobbled players over there. And you don't have Jalen Williams, by the way. He's sitting with a hamstring. He's hurt.
Yep.
And even if he comes back, he's not going to be 100%. How can the New York Knicks not be the favorites? Which is why reality set in for me. I said all of that to get to this one point. Great moment. Heart-filling moment as a Knicks fan. But I've been right about this team for a long time, and I believe that they are exactly who they are. So if they don't win the NBA Finals, it's a failure to me. It's a failure. They are the most dominant team in the NBA right now. It's clear. I don't care what ESPN says. I don't care what Fox Sports says. I don't care what Brian Windhorst says, because all these opinions, like you said, everybody has an asshole. It's like, I forgot what the saying is.
Everybody's got one.
But the numbers for who the New York Knicks are have spoken for themselves. They are the most dominant team in the playoffs, East and West. I'm not trying to hear nothing that the New York Knicks have a chance. So like I said, I expect them to win. So don't nobody look over here crazy and hold me accountable if I hold them accountable for not getting it done. So that's why I can't bask in the moment. I still said, Knicks fans, celebrate this moment. But the reason why it took me so long to express my feelings or how I felt about it was due to, I know my job still, because I was right, because I knew this was the team that they are right now, because I knew they would get to the NBA Finals, because I believed all season long that Oklahoma City had flaws, could be beat. It's also my job, because I believe that, to hold them accountable as the players would expect me to. That's how I feel about it, man. Sorry it took me so long to get there.
Nah,
But that's how I feel
agree
about
with you. I agree with you. This is no longer a maybe at the beginning of the season. Like, yeah, I remember us talking like we had to make it. We had to make it, right? Now in the moment, seeing this run, it's bigger than that. It's not about job's not done, right?
Mm-hmm. 4 more wins.
Kobe is right. Job's not done. 4 more. 4 more,
wins.
bring it home. And 4 more, and I would love to see it in dominant fashion. And that just like we've shown. Whether it doesn't have to be 30-point games first 3 games, but that last game, close it out like we've been closing out every single closeout game.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent that text yesterday. 30-point closeout games, 3 of them.
3 of them.
Not 1, not 2, 3 of them. We've shown when push comes to shove and we need to finish and close it out, we show up in big fashion.
They make you quit, bro.
They make you quit. Remember, we talked about this last show. The life was gone from this team. Remember, I said there was a point in that fourth quarter, game 3, where JB just weaved through the defense and nobody reacted to him just laying it up. Nobody moved. Nobody tried to contest. They were done. Donovan Mitchell was begging for players to help him. And everybody looked like, get me out of here. I'm not trying to play 4 more games. Because they knew they weren't. There was nothing they can do. And that is the dominance from this team. They are just ripping it out. It's like, in terms of, for people to understand, your Mortal Kombat fans out there, Samsung just taking that soul out. It's ours. We're wearing these people like badge of honor on our way to this chip.
2 teams who rank top 10 offensively and defensively. Like, that's my point. Like, it's like,
and we made them look like they didn't deserve to be in the playoffs.
Not even in the same league, bro. That's not a fluke, bro. It's not a fluke. Like, it's like,
Malik, I remember the stat, and I wish I had the screenshot of it. Heading into it, right, after 3 games in that first round, they had the Celtics 33% probability to win it all. 33%. We were at about like 3 or 4. 33% for the Celtics. That was across the board for every single team. It was 33 them. They had like OKC at like 28. So they had them favorite above everyone. And after game 3 across the board, that disrespect woke up a team here that was sick and tired of it all. Sick and tired of being counted out. Sick and tired of the trade rumors, right, that happened all season. Sick and tired of hearing this team's going to get blown up because they're underachievement. And this is what you got. The NBA wanted this. You woke up the demon you didn't want. You came looking for the devil and you found them. Now what? Right? Y'all said, wait a minute, this team was better under Tibbs. And Mike Brown said, what? Came looking for them and you found them, and now you don't know how to put them back in the box.
Yo.
Because you said, oh, they're underperforming, and now they're smacking everyone in the mouth.
Speaking of Mike Brown. Speaking of them waking up a demon. Mike Brown, you deserve Coach of the Year, my boy. And this is the reason why. You're up 3-0 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. and before the game, you show the New York Knicks a replay of their faces after they lost to the Indiana Pacers to remind them the pain they felt over these past 3 years in the playoffs. And the team responded like that. I don't even know what to say about this team anymore. Like that's why I'm so upset when people are talking about the New York Knicks have a chance. No. The expectation is for the New York Knicks to win the championship. Period. This has been an insane playoff ride, bro. An insane playoff ride. And when Mike Brown did that, it's the words, it's him, Jalen Brunson's face when he got the MVP, stoic, not too happy. Karl Anthony Towns going over to him after the game, whispering in his ear, 4 more wins. This team's focused, man.
Mm-hmm.
This team's focused. And you put that together with the experience, with that video of the heartbreak, and the numbers, and the doubt that they've silenced now. Oh, man. Knicks in 6. Knicks in 6. And I'm only saying that. I'm going to say it again. I don't give a damn if it's the Spurs or the Thunder. I'm only saying that to give them respect. Because the way this Knicks team is playing, it should be over in 4 or 5.
So call me crazy. Call me crazy. And you know I'm one to come in here and say I'm wrong. What I'm saying is this. Depending on who comes out and how they come out of that West series, it's Knicks in 5. And Knicks in 5. And I only give them 1 because they might take game 1 because we've shown that, with a little too much rest, we might come out a little flat.
That's the only thing I agree. That's the one thing I thought about with game 1. It's that rust factor. They got a lot of time off.
And I'm telling you right now, if it's OKC, I even think we still take game 1, even with that rust factor, because we got that heart, that dog in us. So Knicks in 5, don't matter who you throw at us. Because like I said, whether it's the heartless OKC Thunder or the Young Bucks in San Antonio, we got an answer for them.
Because, the Knicks got beef with both teams. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Because the Knicks got beef with your point about Mike Brown. We got to remember, they sweat Mike Brown.
Yes.
So, or when he had LeBron James. So now, this was our conversation with Gino. Shout out to our guy. You still wilding, but you still our guy. Mike Brown got swept by the San Antonio Spurs earlier in his career. He had the player, but he didn't have the team. Now he's coming back to San Antonio during their rise. He has the player and he has the team that has the heart running the same type of system. That's the beef there with Mike Brown. Wemby's got some smoke for us too. He's petty. Yep. So that's why I say I expect them to win at least 1 or 2 games. The shout out to Wemby, great talent. But when it comes to the Oklahoma City Thunder, I believe the New York Knicks kind of pulled back a little bit when they played them. Just by watching it, it kind of seemed like the New York Knicks were like hiding certain stuff, and that the Oklahoma City Thunder game was just kind of like a test to see what they're about. Especially when they put in Miles McBride to play them. We were like, why the hell is Miles McBride coming back against the Oklahoma City Thunder? It was the game plan to see what they would do in certain scenarios. And here's the difference now. They have never seen Karl Anthony Towns at the time. They haven't seen it yet.
No.
And plus the beef in between Shea and Mike Brown. Like I said, 2 texts for Mike Brown this season. Both of them was because of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. The Knicks have 2 opponents in the West that they've dominated their competition. One of the teams they've dominated. They got real smoke with a team in the Knicks that has this killer mentality. They want it all. It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Honestly, and I will remind everyone, like we will say, that Knicks team you guys saw ain't this Knicks team. It ain't. It ain't this new level of offense and approach, and everyone bought in the level of just belief in each other and everybody rising to the occasion. That ain't the same Knicks team. Like I said, it's a whole new season when the postseason starts, and you get to see who's a winner and who's not by how they play. This Knicks team put that regular season woes and all that regular season stuff behind them and said, "Here we are. This within these games, we are the best. We will be the best, and we are dominating through and through. There is no true answer for this team because guess what? As we are seeing how they combat Wemby and how they're combating Shea, we're taking notes. But where's the true notes about how to stop the Knicks offense when we're running through Cat? No one stopped it yet.
I got another point. Just to, let me cut in real quick when it comes to the offense. They just figured this out. I'm sure Mike Brown hasn't unleashed blowing the hell out of these teams. We haven't seen what this offense can operate under pressure yet. We don't know what the ceiling is for this offense in the playoffs. That defense is top 10. Hey, look, if anybody believes that Shea's just going to cook the Knicks or Wemby and Castro and them boys is just going to cook the Knicks, you are out of your mind with the way Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby have been playing defense. Oh, let me throw in Josh Hart, too.
Yep.
Locked in. But on far as the offensive side, they just figured this out a month ago. They could play like this. And it's been seamless and effective. I read y'all our defensive ratings, top 10. Bro, this is a different monster with an offense that has no ceiling, and they're putting up almost 130, 140 a night against good defense. People like, oh, the Cavs just quit. They had no answers. Yo, insane, bro. Insane, man. Insane, bro. But
it's a beautiful thing right now.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
It really is. It's exciting basketball. Not just as a Knicks fan, man, but just in general. This is a very exciting series we're heading into this finals because I expect the dogfight, but I expect our dog to be bigger and our bite to be harder.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, the TikTok dancers in Oklahoma City, I'm not afraid of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not afraid of, like I said, I'm not afraid of San Antonio and the Young Bucks over there. Not afraid of them. Maybe in a couple years, once they got more experience on their belt, cool. Not this year. Not this year.
Same.
This is ours, and I could tell you, they are worried, and they'd be lying if they said no. They're trying to win these games while also nervous about what the hell is waiting on the other side of the door.
So you have San Antonio winning the series?
I do.
Okay.
Like I said, what I saw to end game 4, that's all I needed to know. Because if this goes game 7, there's not enough heart in that team to take a game 7 against San Antonio. Like, once again, I go back to the fact that it could have been just as easy. JB could have did what SGA did in that fourth quarter and sat out because we were losing by 20. Because it was exactly around by 20 they were losing, and SGA didn't play a minute of the fourth. JB did not.
I've accounted. I agree with that point, right? But as far as I still have Oklahoma City Thunder winning.
I get it. I hear you.
I do. You know why? Because I thought that was a sign of arrogance, in my opinion. Like, JB wouldn't have done that, so that does show me that the Knicks have more heart and they have more killer instinct. And that's what makes me think the New York Knicks are going to beat Oklahoma City, because obviously they play with their food. Any team that plays with their food is going to get absolutely destroyed by the New York Knicks.
Yep.
We saw that in game 1 against the Cavaliers. You let them play with your food, it's over for you. And then you're going to get railed after that. But the experience thing is lingering still in my mind. Like, I get who Wemby is, and I get that this team has been performing at that level, but it's one of those things where I got to see them to beat the champ to believe it. Because it's not like Oklahoma, like Shea's been struggling. And Shea is talented enough to turn that thing on, and then the series gets flipped on his head. Like they are, it's like I bashed, like I said, I bashed Oklahoma City, because in my opinion, it should be 3-1 right now.
Yep.
But they took that opportunity to back down. I agree. But the fact remains to me, as they should be 3-1, and it's not like Shea and them were in the game and they came back from 20 and this is a demoralizing, like, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably, all right, the Young Bulls got that this year, but they're going to remember for these next 2 games that the Young Bulls, we going to get to the NBA Finals. I do believe it's pretty much 50-50 on what could happen when it comes to that. I give San Antonio the credit for the talent, the jump that they made, but at the same time, Oklahoma City has shown that they can be dogs too. They had a soft moment, I give it to them, but they can't, especially against a team like the Spurs. They know they're going to have to be dealing with the Spurs for the next few years. The Spurs ain't going to do nothing but get better. I totally expect Shea and them to realize the opportunity. Hey, we better get them out of here now, see if we can get another chip. And I do believe Oklahoma City has enough cojones to wake up and do that. So I do have the Oklahoma City Thunder winning this series. Like, everybody's writing them off in the media. That kind of tells me everything I need to know. To be honest with you, it's like, what? Like, it's like, what? I'm sure Oklahoma City's like, what at this point? Like, all right, bet. We going to turn it on. Y'all got to remember, one of our big 3 is sitting on a bench right now. It's not like we're fully healthy. You know what I'm saying? And you trashing on us. So I like the Spurs. I do believe the Spurs can win, but I got to see it. They still young. Let's see how they handle real pressure. When the series is tied 2-2 and then it's a game apiece, let's see how they handle it. If they win game 5, it's the Spurs. They can get them out of here. But if Oklahoma 100%. City win game 5, it's over with to me still. So it's whoever wins this next game
tonight
is going to the NBA. Yeah, whoever wins tonight is going to the NBA Finals, in my opinion.
Okay. I like that. And I can agree, honestly. This game 5 is that swing game for sure. And I think there's a statistic out there about game 5s. Like, whoever tends to win game 5, like 70% of the time wins the series. I think that's what it is, which is a wild statistic out there, but that's a stat for a reason, right? But no, I like how we're both on the opposite side of the fence about who's coming out the West, because we see it, we see the game, right? And we have our own beliefs, but but ultimately, the end, we see it the same. Don't matter who comes out. This is a Knicks chip this year.
It's a Knicks chip this year.
It's a Knicks chip this year, and it's. I'm lost for words, because, like you said, it is a failure if we don't win it all.
It is, man. It is.
The
whole season. I'm not going to put it on the whole season, though. I'm not going to put it on the whole season. I'm just going to focus on that point. That if they don't win the title this year, it's a failure. Great season, nothing that you should be overly criticized for. But I do believe the New York Knicks let one get away. If I could soften my point a little bit, because I know people are going to come after me like, yo, what are you well, like, I don't mean it like I'm going to go absolutely crazy and rip them to shreds if they don't win the finals. I'm not going to do that. But the New York Knicks definitely let a title they should have won slip away if they do not win the NBA Finals, which is why it's a failure. It's a failure to me, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And And I think we all feel it. It's clear enough. Like I even go as far as to tell you, Malik, when we talked about how Knicks fans are coming out the woodwork, right? Like because they're believing. I have my mother. My mother hasn't talked about the Knicks since we lived in the Bronx
Same,
in '97.
same.
Reminding me and my older brother talking about, damn, do you remember when I bought you guys the start? Like looking at my brother, when I was just a little kid, she was like, remember when you wanted that starter jacket, but you wouldn't take it unless I bought your little brother one too. And so y'all matched. Like y'all would sit there, jackets on in the living room watching these games. And if a game was going weird, put the jacket on up inside out because of the superstition. Maybe we swing it around.
Mm-hmm.
She remembers those days and she's like, I'm seeing it. She's tuned in. She's like, I'm seeing it. I'm catching the games quietly in my room by myself. And I kind of want to call you guys after every win, but I know it's late. When Mom Dukes is tuned in after 30 years, Malik, 30 tuned in to the Knicks and reminiscing of the old times when we were out there. This is a special team.
Yeah, man.
Special team, man.
Yeah, man.
And I know you got people, you got family who ain't here with us who would have loved this Knicks run, just like I got family who would have loved this Knicks run, because this is when you're a Knicks fan like us, it didn't start with us. This is a family affair. A family affair. My pops, my uncles, my brother, my cousins. A family affair. This is Knicks. We bleed the blue and orange through from New York, from the different borough, from Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx. We repping it all.
Yeah.
This is a sensational run, bro. I ain't mean to make it emotional, but
nah, you did, bro. You hit me in the feels, bro.
My pops ain't here, but he's the one that my pops Dominican, right? Came here, should have been baseball. His first love. It was the Knicks. It wasn't the Yankees. It was the Knicks.
Yep.
That man would love this team right now.
Yep.
So this is that run that those people that can't enjoy it, we about to enjoy it for them.
Yep. Yeah, you hit me in the feels, man. Just
I ain't mean to do it, but I feel it, bro. That's one of those that, this morning when I woke up, first thought I had, my father, my uncle ain't here. Rest in peace. They would have loved this run. They would have been on my phone calling hype this morning. They would have called last night.
Yep.
I'm breaking out my uncle's hat. I found it in his old stuff. And I kept it. That hat, old school Knicks hat, rocking it for the rest of the finals. While I watch it.
Yep. Used to talk to my grandfather about the Knicks, man. It's like I used to tell him, like, over the like before he died, man. I was like, hey, man, we got this kid, Jalen Brunson, man. He nice, like we got a chance, man. You know what I'm saying? He never lived to see it, but like a lot of people don't know, man, how busy I am, bro. Like, bro, I really cover the Knicks in my free time. Like, that's what my free time is, to cover the New York Knicks, man. So to be able to do that, and then the people that in my family that have loved the Knicks that are not here, and the New York Knicks are doing this, and then the way my career is going just by covering the New York Knicks, bro, just by doing it on my spare time, bro. Like, overall, like I said, if the New York Knicks, basketball-wise, it's a failure. Basketball-wise. That's it. But as far as overall, for what it means for the fans, for the people who love the team, for the people who cover the team, because most of the people who cover the New York Knicks grew up Knicks fans, family Knicks fans, family who's died before the New York Knicks could win another championship. And overall, it's a win, because we are starting to see fans believe again. And in my opinion, that's the one thing that you can never take away from Knicks fans again, is that this team, regardless if they win or lose in the NBA Finals, they gave Knicks fans belief again. And that's more than what we could say about any team in the past 20 years. And it comes from a guy in Jalen Brunson that everybody told couldn't be the best player to do it, bro. It's an amazing win overall for that franchise. I shouted out James Dolan the other day. Like, hey, talk about this could be the greatest owner comeback story in history, bro. Like, people got to remember the vitriol. Like, yo, for real, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, people were yelling at him, sell the team.
Yep. He got one more thing to do. You know what that is? Bring Oakley back.
Bring Oakley back.
Bring Oakley back.
You have to bring Oakley back. If he wants this championship, we better see Charles Oakley in the arena in Game 3. I guarantee you they will beat the hell out of the Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder if Charles Oakley is in that building. Make it right, Dolan. That's the one thing you need to do is make that right, because if we're going to win this championship, just like how this team plays, we're going to win it together, man. Going to win this shit together. Excuse me for cursing. I don't usually curse. My bad.
This Knicks family got to come back as a whole to finish this off.
You got Clyde. You got Clyde and Patrick. You got Clyde and Patrick Ewing. I don't. Let me ask you how you saw this, because in my opinion, I've been screaming this Jalen Brunson's the best Knick ever. I believe that. Whatever. Argue with your grandma. I don't care. It's him. When I saw them do that and I saw the way they looked at him, I think they believed that too. It was like a passing of the torch moment with Clyde. That's why Clyde and Patrick wanted to do it, because they hear the talks. They hear Jalen Brunson the greatest of all time. They hear that. And we've heard Clyde say, well, he got a lot of work to do. I got 2 chips. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's as a competitor, that's what Clyde is supposed to say. That competitive side is never going to leave Clyde. But now that I bet, like, we still had to see them get to the finals too. Like, we had to see it. But now that they see it and they see Jalen Brunson is the guy to get them there, I don't think there's a question he's the greatest Knick ever, bro. I really felt like that was a passing of the torch moment. Just the look in their faces, bro. It wasn't like, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with LeBron James. Like, hey, he passed my record, whatever. It was like, you could tell they were emotional. Like,
oh yeah. You know what I felt in that? It was the passing of the torch, and it was that realization, looking at him and letting him know, like, you here, go finish it. Go finish it. Come be immortalized with us. Because even though Ewing didn't give us a chip, he's immortalized in New York Knicks history. The big fella, he's gonna always be immortalized. Clyde did what he had 2 chips, immortalized for all his contributions to Knicks basketball. And it was come join us, get it done, and join us in Knicks history. So that's what that to me, that's what that is symbolic of that. It was go finish, go get the job done. Here's the torch. You know what to do, young fella.
You know what to do. You know what to do. Yep. Yep.
And honestly, there's a reason, and I will go back to this. There's not another franchise. Yeah, you talk about the championships for the Celtics and the Lakers and this and that and what Chicago did, XYZ. No one has the congregation of past players show up for the Knicks like the Knicks do. For any other team, you don't see Celtics legends, Celtics past players show up for the Celtics like that.
Yeah,
you
sometimes.
Don't see it. In the droves that we do.
Not droves, because it's literally everybody.
It's everybody. So yeah, 1 or 2, right? Like, because they'll show up, they'll pay into the camera, like, hey, right? But not like this. Not like Stephon Marbury stepping on the court, believing in this team, hyped with this team, just like a regular fan, because Starbury is a Knick and also a New Yorker. So this was his team growing up too, right? So these are guys who breathe that even after they left. Right? This is a family through and through, and they're watching it in real time, just like us, believing in the moment and
It's
seeing
like
history get made. Right?
it's like go
But
ahead.
Meek, I'll even go as further, bro, and I'll tell you how important Knicks winning is. You come down here to where I live, and you go to the Basketball Hall of Fame. They give you a chance to purchase all of the biggest Knicks clippings from the New York Times of their sports history. No other team has that. There's a reason we are the mecca of basketball. The Hall of Fame is selling our New York Times clippings throughout the years of the biggest headlines and biggest news stories that hit the newspaper, right? And hit press. No other team has that memorabilia to be sold at the Hall of Fame but us. So I don't want to hear this. Don't matter the championship. There is a reason we are the mecca of basketball. There is a reason throughout the years players come in to try and drop big points in the Garden, because no matter if you want to call your spot the Garden, TD Garden, Mercedes Garden, whatever Garden you want to call it, it is not the Madison Square Garden.
Not.
It is all imitation. It is all second to us.
Bro, can you imagine? Like you said, the New York Knicks, bro, they've been a good crowd for away teams a lot of the times these years, bro. And the Garden has never been like fully activated, bro. Can you imagine the vitriol the crowd is going to have for the Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder? This is where you can kind of look at New Yorkers and be like, you an asshole.
Yep.
There's that, or I guarantee y'all, because nobody talks like New Yorkers talk. Nobody. I don't care. Nobody's as cutthroat.
Mm-mm.
Nobody. We've just been chilling.
Yes.
The energy inside of that arena that they're going to give that team is going to be a home court advantage that nobody's ever seen before.
Yep. I'll go as far as this. I will say, if we were able to get the decibel levels of the noise in there, it'll be on par or surpassing that
Seattle Seahawks.
Yep. You knew where I was going.
Seattle Seahawks. Yep.
You know where I was going with it. This is why me and you were right there, locked in.
Yep.
The raucousness.
Oh my God.
There will not be a way to replicate the hostility that opposing teams are going to face in the Garden. There's no way to replicate that in practice and say this is how loud it's gonna be and how wild it's gonna be.
Because let's put more context behind that. You guys don't understand. Like, people are going to risk the next 6 months of their life to just be in a building because the ticket prices are that.
Mm-hmm.
These are people that have been waiting their whole lives.
Life savings for this.
Life savings gone. Just to see the New York Knicks compete in the NBA Finals in Madison Square Garden. Remember the interview with VJ Edgecombe?
Yep.
After the game when they beat the Celtics? And Melo and Vince Carter's like, hey, I understand you played here. And I think even Taylor Rooks told him too.
Yep.
They were like, hey, nice win here, but when you get to the Garden, it's something different. He was like, oh yeah, I played in the Garden before. They were like, no. That it's different. Oh yeah, we'll see. That's just the second round. The finals?
Oh, honestly, the finals, that celeb row is gonna be stacked. Not just celeb row, first, second seats. Everybody in the works is coming out for this.
And then you got the fans outside of the arena. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
They had to move
the watch parties.
They had to move them.
But you know what? James Dolan, get them back into all these spots.
You need them.
Dolan knows.
You need
Dolan
them.
knows knows what it is. Oh, we can't have the watch party at MSG because it's too much for NYPD. Bet. Go get the watch party set up everywhere else, Dolan. You know what this means to everybody. And Dolan knows this is the redemption tool for him, for everybody. He's out there showing up for fans. He's handing out basketballs.
Even Maldani was like, we understand this. We understand. Knicks fans, do your thing. Yep. He already knows what it. Hey, look, the Knicks winning the chip. I'm telling you, I don't care. I don't care about the look. The Oklahoma City Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs have never seen anything like this. They weren't even born.
Mm-hmm.
When New York was on fire like that. Trust me. The Knicks are the favorites. The Knicks are the favorites, boy. Hey, they better win both of them first 2 games. If they don't, game 2 and game 3 gonna be real shaky. I'm telling y'all, bro. Don't order out. Bring sandwiches with you.
Yep.
Switch your name. Don't put your name on nothing. Stay in the hotel and chill.
Yes, facts.
This is different, bro. This is different. This ain't nice New York no more.
Listen, and here's another thing I'm gonna tell you. It's everything. You can find the storyline and everything, right? Even go back to Pops. JB's doing it for himself, doing it for his Pops because his Pops was part of that team that lost in '99. Listen, this is it for us, right? We're pushing. Listen, Malik, I'm excited for this, man.
Me too.
This is what we've been talking all season about. This is what those moments where we were confused about lineup experiments and minutes experiments and people in and out of the rotation, this is all what it culminates to. And it makes sense. It all makes sense. And I say it, he picked up. Mike Brown came to this team. He knew what he was coming to. He saw the opportunity and said, oh, I know what this team needs. He saw the vision before we all saw it, right? We heard about everything he wanted out of this team. And we were like, sounds good, but when are we going to see it? We're finally seeing it, man. And the players, Mike Brown, everybody's made us a believer in this run to not just make it, but to take it. And call us insufferable. We as fans deserve this.
Yep.
We deserve this. It's been long enough. It's been enough heartaches between the finger roll, the missed free throws. Come on. Give these Knicks from top to bottom their flowers. Starting
the block on Melo. A lot of people criticize Melo like that team ain't have a chance to win the chip. That pisses me off too. The block on Melo in Indiana when the Knicks looked like they were finally about to get past the hump. It was the block that broke the New York Knicks back, and they were ready for Miami the next round. Oh my God, the heartbreak. We had so many chances, bro.
So many. It's been a long time coming. A long time coming just to find winning basketball back in New York. And you know what? I'm going to give him his props. You out there in Minnesota, but Julius Randle, thank you.
Yep,
thank you to him. Thank you to Tibbs. Thank you for coming through and starting to bring us back into winning culture. You're not here for this ride. Dante, wish you were here, the big ragu.
Facts. Wish you were here, bro. I read a quote from him the other day that he fit. Man, bro. Listen, man, that's the one guy I feel bad for, though, man.
That's the one guy I feel bad for as well. But you know what?
Here, man.
They walked so we could run.
Yep.
They walk so this team can run these teams out the house.
And Hartenstein, we love you.
Yeah, I heart.
We love you.
We wish we could have kept you,
But it's going to be that Kobe Paul Gasol moment in the Olympics. That's my teammate, but I would run right through him if I have to.
Yep.
Right through him. Salute to you, Isaiah. We love you, bro. But hey, I'm sorry. You got your chip. You got yours. A salute.
It's our time.
It's our time, bro. And you know that. You know that.
You know
that.
He might be the only one to be like, listen.
Yeah, he probably is. He probably is like,
crazy.
Hey,
the Garden gets crazy.
Which makes them losing game 3 even more wild. Because we know Isaiah's like, hey, we better wrap this up, guys.
Yeah.
We better wrap this up.
Yes. So, honestly, this, craziness is, we talked about this being a short show.
Hour 20, goddamn.
Hour 20.
Goddamn.
But that's what the team does to you. It's inspired ball, gets you inspired to talk. And as you saw, we hit every emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Every emotion.
I don't think I cried on the show before. I have for my mom, but that was it. It wasn't because of some sports shit. I cried because of my mom. Yo, that's crazy, bro.
Listen,
that's crazy. My man got me here tearing up, bro. But that's what it means to us, man. Like, for real, like, it's more than just basketball, bro. Like,
it is.
It's more than basketball, man. It's more than basketball.
This is that moment we've been waiting for. For me, 35, Malik.
Me too.
Waiting for this. Yeah. Been waiting for this, bro.
Yeah,
like I said, I told you, that 99 finals, I was in DR, bro. Piecing together an antenna, bro, just to get signal on a crappy TV out there, just to watch the game. Bro, it wasn't easy to get that signal.
Bro, I told this story that I had so much hope over these years that I remember going to school and reading the back of the New York Post every day. Whatever was free. It wasn't the New York Post. It was something else. What was the free paper? No, it wasn't the New York Times. It wasn't free. Is it the Post? It's the Post, right? The Post was free?
Yes. Yeah.
Every what standings we were in, I check every day. Where we at? Are we making the playoffs this year? What did they do this game? Who did they trade for? Every year, bro. No hope. Having hope, but losing hope. Even when we had garbage teams and we're going to make the playoffs, like unrealistic hope for this team. You know what I'm saying? And for them to finally be getting the job done, bro.
Yeah, man.
Salute, man. Salute to this team, bro. Salute. And salute to everybody that's been tuning in, bro. I'm sorry. We got in a passion. I couldn't pay attention to the comments like that. Salute to our guy, Loso, man. He's been in there. Let's look at his last comment. He says there's a lot of rich history to the Knicks. You know, he said, well said, Ken. Gave you your props, gave me my props, said I'm preaching. You know what I'm saying? Salute to our guy, Los Manuel, bro. Friend of the show. Salute to our guy. And official YouTube purge, salute. Says people was using rust as an excuse. The conference finals was rust versus uncertainty. Not knowing who your opponents are or when you'll play this time. We know game 1 is on June 3rd. Now all mental and strategic prep. Ain't no regular season woes. Knicks won NBA Cup and beat the Spurs. It even agrees with me. As a Knicks fan, I want OKC so they can't throw shade on our championship. True that. We beat the champs to be the champs. Salute. I like that. The same mentality the New York Knicks had against the Boston Celtics last year. Another reason why I believe this New York Knicks team can get it done. Ken, any last words before we get out of here? Sorry for, bringing this show so long. I know I wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to be 30, 40 minutes, but, great show, man. Any last words before we get out of here? Positive thoughts?
Nah, man, honestly, just sending a lot of love and excitement to all these Knicks fans that have been riding with us all year. Everybody that's been tuning in. If you haven't, make sure you're following wherever you're watching from. All right. This is what it is. Let's finish out the season. Let's ride out together. Strong. This is the Knicks chip.
Mm-hmm. With my positive thought, man, I want to give out some thank yous, man. I want to thank my mom for being a rock. Like, my career is tied to this Knicks coverage, man. I covered the Jets and all of that, but the grind through everything has been the Knicks, has been able to prepare me for all the other things that I'm doing now. So thank you to my mom for holding me down. Thank you to my family. Thank you to my girl, my kid, for all their patience and support, because I'm the guy that, hey, I can't do this. It's a Knicks game on. You know, I'm that guy. That's how much dedication I've had to the New York Knicks this whole season. I'll probably miss 3 or 4 games. That's it. You know, everything else, I couldn't plan anything with anybody because the Knicks play every other day. Like, salute to everybody in my life that's been patient. But most of all, salute to all the followers, man. Salute to y'all, bro. Everybody that tap in, who's been tapping in over the season, Detroit fans, whoever, Detroit fans, Celtics fans, Knicks fans. Thank you guys for your support, man. You guys' support has held me accountable over this season, which has made me grow exponentially in ways that I couldn't imagine while covering this team. And it's all because of my followers and people who like the comment, who comments and like the videos, who gave me the drive to understand that this is something that I can do. The following, you guys giving me that faith that what I am doing and what I am saying is actually correct. And then seeing everything happen in front of our eyes is bringing everything full circle. But it starts with you guys, the followers, the people that have been rocking with us since we started Blackout Sports, the people that have started rocking with me when I started Knicks coverage a couple of years ago. Salute to everybody for their support, man. Thank you so much. Because I possibly have an opportunity, bro. I can't speak on it, but I possibly have an opportunity that will be a cherry on top. I can't wait to share it with y'all. It still needs to be finalized, but I can't. If that moment happens, I cannot wait to share it with all the supporters, man, my family and everybody that supported me. So I just, even before the blessing happens, I wanted to send you guys a sincere thank you from the bottom of my heart, man. It means a lot for the support, man. I mean, it means a lot to me, man. And I work hard to make sure I make you guys proud. So I just wanted to say thank you for the support, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
But that's yeah, man. But that's gonna be it for us. We out of here, man. Knicks winning the shit. We've been all, you know what I'm saying? We've been all soft for a second. New York Knicks is winning the NBA championship, man. First time in the finals since 1999. About to win the first championship since 1973. Jalen Brunson is about to become the #1 Knick of all time, and his team will go down as the greatest team in NBA history. Bet on it. Clip it. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that. Orange and blue skies, January 3rd. We will see you then. Peace out, my guys. Peace. Love. Blackout.